Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Celina Pereira. I love makeup and I'm from Sydney, Australia. Today's video is going to be on this look that you see right here on my eyes. Now before I get into this video, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on anything that I post. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so I've already started this off by applying an eyeshadow base. I've used my eyeshadow primer potion by Urban Decay in the shade Eden and set that with a translucent powder. I've also gone ahead and done my brows, and I've used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in chocolate, like I always use. I'm going to go into the shade Burkina, and this is a bit more of a darker transition shade, but I'm going to take that with my brush and I'm going to take this in the upper crease. I'm going to take this all the way from the inner to outer corner. And I really want to make sure I smoke this out and really have this really high up because we are going to do a cut crease. So I want to make sure this is really high up, using circular motions and witch wiper motions. Now going in with my R38 brush, also from Morphe, I'm going to go ahead and take the shades Zulu and Ada. And Zulu is kind of like a really nice warm chocolate brown, and Ada is kind of like a really dark warm brown, so more of like a sienna brown but a little bit darker. I'm going to take both of those and I'm basically going to take that into the crease and upper crease, basically where we applied that last shade but going a little bit lower as well. And this brush is a little bit smaller, so it's really going to help us contain the shade. And then going back with my R40 brush, and I'm just going to blend out the edges and make sure everything's really nice and seamless. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease, and I'm going to be using a Morphe M432 brush, which is this flat definer brush, to do that. And basically what I'm going to do is, there's this new technique that I saw from an artist on YouTube, and she's also got an Instagram page. I will link it all down below. Her name is Ash, and her Instagram name is Atlee with, I don't know, 3 or 4 E's. Either way, I'm going to leave it down below. But she does this technique for her cut creases, and it works so well. So what she does is she takes some concealer, she just applies it to the eye, and then she looks all the way up, and basically the concealer will do a bit of an imprint on where to cut the crease. So if you see, I apply the product down here, but you see I've got a little bit of a line here. That's where I should be applying my cut crease. So I just like to do it a couple of times just to make sure that it does the proper imprint, and you can see it there, it's kind of transferred. So this is where I'm going to start the cut crease. So I'm just going to follow that along and just sketch that out. And this is a lot higher than what I would usually do my cut creases, but I actually really love the way that it looks. Alright, now I just went ahead and applied a ton of translucent powder under the eye. The one I've used is the RC No Color Powder, and that's because we're going to be applying quite a lot of pigmented shadows on the lid now, so I don't want to experience any fallout because I have already done my face. Alright, now going back to the palette, I'm going to take a flat brush. This one is from Makeup Factory. This is an old brush I've had for such a long time. As you can see, it's very, very well used. It's just a random flat brush, and I'm just going to take the colours Calabar and Zobo. And Calabar is like a metallic wine shade, and Zobo is like a darker magenta. And I'm basically going to take both those. I'm going to spritz my brush with a little bit of setting spray. And I'm going to take this in the outer corner of the cut crease. So I'm going to stay in the cut crease, but really apply this onto the outer half. Next, going with another flat brush. This one is the Morphe M705. I think this is like a concealer brush. I think this is like a pointed concealer brush, but it is synthetic, so it will work quite well for this. I'm going to go into the shade Bori, and this is such an interesting shade. It's a stunning Barbie pink with these chunks of gold glitter, but when you put them on the lid, it doesn't actually appear as like a really intense gold glitter. So I'm going to spritz my brush again with some setting spray, and I'm going to apply that into the inner corner. And you can see how pigmented that pink shade is. The glitter doesn't have a lot of reflex on the eyes with a brush anyway. You do definitely see them. It's definitely not a totally matte shade, but it's not as obvious as when you swatch it with your finger or in the pan. So I'm going to be putting glitter on top of this, so I'm not really worried about that too much. But I'm just going to take this and just apply this all over the lid just to meet up with the other 2 shades that we laid down in the outer corner. You want to make sure you go all the way up to the line of the cut crease, because we don't want any kind of white space. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to take another R40 from Morphe, and I'm going to go ahead and take the shades Zobo and Calabar on that brush, and I'm basically just going to take this just in this outer corner of the eye. So I'm almost slightly getting rid of the cut crease that I've got at the outer corner here. Taking some more of those shades on my flat brush again as well, I'm just going to re-intensify the lid and also just help blend that bright pink shade as well with those 2 colours. So now it's time for the glitter on the lid. I'm going to be taking a concealer brush. Any kind of concealer brush will work for this. Today I'm going to be going in with this glitter from KANDY Cosmetics. It's in the shade Peach Fizz, and it looks like this. It's this stunning pinky shade with these beautiful teal and rose flecks. And I'm first just going to dip my brush in a little bit of the liquid sugar adhesive from KANDY, which is this one here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start applying this straight over to the glitter. I really like chunky glitter. For those of you guys that have been watching my channel, you'll know that when I do glitter, I like it to be really nice and chunky. So I like that more kind of foiled-ish finish. So I'm really just going to make sure that I pack that on. Alright, now that I'm pretty much happy with the colour payoff of the glitter, I'm going to go ahead and just take a spoolie. And what I like to do is I like to just basically kick off any glitter that I don't want. So, for example, if you see right here, I've got some glitter kind of outside that cut crease line. So I'm just going to take my spoolie and just kind of scratch that off. This is the easiest and best way to remove glitter. Even if you have any glitter fall out in your skin, if you've already done your face makeup and you can't use tape, if you just go ahead with a spoolie and just brush it off, it will come straight off. So, for example, like on this side, I've got a little bit that's kind of flaked off. So I just go ahead and just scratch that off and it comes off. Alright, now I've gone ahead and I've wiped away all that bake from underneath the eye with all the fallout. I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line. So, I'm going to start off with taking this brush here, which is just a brush from BH Cosmetics. It looks like this. It's kind of like a flat brush, but it is a little bit more fluffy. I'm going to take the shade Makeda, which is this really beautiful royal purple shade. That's a really pretty metallic. I'm also going to spritz this with some setting spray. I'm just going to go ahead and just basically stamp this on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to go in with a clean Morphe R37 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and just blend out those edges. And then I'm going to go into the shade Burkina, which was the initial transition shade that we used, and I'm going to use that just to help blend out that lower lash line. Now for the inner corner of the eye, I was really drawn to this stunning blue shade here, which is called Zola, and it's just this stunning icy blue. This would be absolutely beautiful as well over the whole lid if you wanted to do a cut crease as well. I think this would be absolutely stunning, and I'm just taking this on a pencil brush. I've also spritzed my brush with some setting spray again, and this is the Morphe M431 brush, and I'm just going to take this just directly into that inner corner. And then just going back in with another blending brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and just blend out the edges. Now before I go ahead and apply some lashes, I'm going to first line my top and bottom waterline. And for my bottom waterline, I'm going to take this purple eyeliner from Maybelline. It's the Colour Show Crayon of Coal, and it's just this purple shade. And I'm just going to take that in to the waterline And then for my top lash line, I'm going to take this black pencil from Inglot, and it's the shade number 1. And I'm just going to tight line my upper waterline with this. Take this pair of lashes here, and they're from ESQUIDO. They're the style Nimbus. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just pop those on. Now while my lashes are drying, I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom lash mascara. And I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in the shade Purple. And this one was actually a limited edition colour that was done with Nicki Trolls during their collab. Now last but not least for this eye look, I just want to apply a little bit of a brow bone highlight. So I'm going to take the shade Giza, and which is just this really pretty white champagne shade. And this is just a Morphe E36 brush, and I'm just going to apply that directly onto the brow bone as a bit of a highlight. Alright guys, and that is the finished eye look. So guys, that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Now if you like what you see, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on anything that I post. If you want to check me out on my other social media, you can go to Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Pinterest. That all is Celina J. Pereira. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah!